Once again, I've played a ton of cozy games, and in this video, I am reviewing them all. This is probably going to be my last one of these for the year, and then we'll do all the end of the year stuff about all the cozy games, so I'm really excited for that. But we're going to start out today with Galaxy Burger, which I never talked about on this channel yet in a formal YouTube video. Galaxy Burger, if you haven't heard of it, is an awesome cooking game on Steam that I am loving. It released in August of this year, and it is all about cooking and fulfilling orders for customers in the galaxy. And by progressing in this game, you will actually unlock more planets that you can travel to and open your restaurant in. And the recipes and the difficulty will increase. You have to make these giant burgers that you're just stacking and stacking, and it's very fun. It's very satisfying. There are these like really good cooking sounds and sizzling sounds and stuff that I really like in this game as well. And the good thing about this game for me is that there are no timers, no repercussions for really messing up orders, and you can unlock other modes. If you do want timers and you do want more repercussions, you want it to be harder, you can unlock and use those modes. But for me, I just like to chill and cook and make some burgers, and it's very, very fun and just so satisfying. I just really like this game, and I haven't heard that many people talking about it. It needs more love and attention, for sure. You can also play this game in multiplayer up to 7 friends, which I have not done, but I know some people that love playing this one in multiplayer. I personally do play it in single player. I find it to be very mindless and very satisfying, like I said, and it's just fun. It runs very well on PC and Steam Deck for me, so that's always a plus as well for those who only have a Steam Deck. And this game is $11.99 on Steam at full price, but until December 4th, it is actually on sale with the Steam sale for $8.99, so I feel like that's a pretty awesome discount. If you've been wanting to pick it up or you just heard of it and you want to buy some games on the sale, then you have until December 4th for that price. And I do definitely recommend playing this game, and it's very cozy. The next game is somewhat chaotic, but it can be whatever you make it and whatever you want it to be, and this game is The Sims 4. This year was my first time ever playing a Sims game in my life. I try to rack my brain and I'm like, have I ever played one? And I don't remember ever playing one. I think this is my very first Sims 4 game. Now, if you're like me, you've heard of The Sims, and you've probably, well, if you're not like me, you've probably already played it, but if you are like me, you probably heard of it and never played it, and you're like, should I? And honestly, you probably should, because I started out with just the free base pack, which you can get on Steam, and you can also get the EA app on your computer and play it through that way, which is what I do now. And this game is so fun. You create your sim and you build a life. You do these like aspirations and build up your career and go to work, and you do these different tasks and you take care of the sim that you made. You can also do like dress up and romancing and like raising a family. And then, you know, I got into buying packs for the games. So I actually played the Life and Death pack, and I rizzed up the Grim Reaper, and I had a child with him. Everyone thought I couldn't do it because I played this on Twitch during an event, but I did it. Okay, I did it. And it was so fun and chaotic and silly, so I've been playing a lot of the gameplay mode, and I haven't quite gotten into the decorating and the building that you can do in The Sims, but that's like on my list to try next. I just think this game is so fun and funny, and it is what you make it, and I only have a couple packs. I also just got the Cottage Living pack, and I have like a Pets pack, and I have some other ones, some that my community gifted me, some that I bought, and I'm really excited to try all of them. I did do Cottage Living. I got like a cow and stuff, and I want to play that one a lot more. It's just cute and it's fun, and I'm really glad I tried it. So as a new player, I can definitely see why it's so well loved, and I would recommend it. I would recommend trying it if you haven't, especially just starting out with the free base pack. That's how I started. I watched a little tutorial video on what to do, and created my first sim, played through all the aspirations, operations of that sim for like literally hours because I was so invested in the game. And now I'm like hooked. And I guess I'm a Sims 4 player now. But I also played other games. I played a game called Penko Park, which has been in my library for quite a while now. I did play this one around Halloween because it's apparently like these creepy little creatures and kind of eerie, like Halloween vibes. So I did play it for that. I've never played Pokemon Snap, but apparently this game is just like Pokemon Snap, except for you are taking pictures of these little creepy creatures in this abandoned wildlife park. So as you're going through the ride, you're taking pictures of them and trying to find all of them in different poses and stuff as you continue going through it. And you can unlock new paths and stuff like that. And it's very, very, very fun and cute and silly. And I really want to play Pokemon Snap now, and I'm probably gonna buy that game. But I really like it. It's very cute and very fun, and it's very simple. And sometimes you just need a simple game. So I would absolutely recommend this one, especially when it goes on sale, and it is on sale right now for the Steam sale. It's less than $5 at the moment, and I definitely think it's worth that because it's usually like $13 full price. And I had bought this one on a sale at some point, and that's why I have the game in my library. I've just only now played it though, because that's what we do. We buy a bunch of games, have them in our library, and we kind of let them sit there, you know? That's what I do. And that's what I did. But then I played it and I liked it, and I do recommend it. So it's also a fun game for the people who like achievements and like 100%ing things, because I think that yeah, it's just a good game for that. It's a good, simple little game. So definitely check out Penko Park. Next up is Shin-chan, Shiro, and the Coal Town. This is a game based on an anime that I have never played, never watched. And that's okay, because it didn't really matter to me in terms of the gameplay. You don't really need to have seen this show before. If you have, maybe you'll like this game more. This game was kindly gifted to me for review from the publisher and developer, so thank you for that. And this is also my first game ever in this series and storyline. So I've never played any of the previous Shin-chan games. And you play as this 5-year-old kid, and this game has like simple bug catching, simple fishing, simple farming. It has a lot of fetch questing and storyline thing going on that you're following through. It's very fun and very relaxing. It's a game I like to play before bed. What I really like about this game is sometimes it feels Ghibli-esque because of the environments and the pictures and how pretty the game is. I really like that part of it, but it is not like a Ghibli story at all. But sometimes the environments do remind me of that, and like the different scenes and landscapes are really, really pretty. But this game is pretty simple for me. I like it, but it is $29.99 full price. So I really think that this is one to pick up on a sale because it just felt like simple to me. I don't think that's bad, but compared to more in-depth, open-ended games that I typically play, I'm not sure that $29.99 is the price that I personally would pay for that. And this game is on Nintendo Switch and Steam, and I think maybe another console too. And I did like it, and I do recommend it. Probably one to pick up on a sale. Webfishing is next. And my friend Mriz was the first one to introduce me to this game. She was talking about it on a stream. She's made some awesome videos on this game, and I'm so glad that I picked this game up. It is only on Steam, and it is $4.99. It's a very silly, fun fishing game. MMO, so multiplayer online thing. I hope this game continues to get updates. It is very fun. It's a new game. You play as a cat or you play as a dog, and you can get so many fun like cosmetic items and also like other items to help you with your fishing. And you'll unlock those as you complete different bulletin board tasks and, you know, increase your camp skills or whatever. This game is very fun to play with other people, which I'm not huge on like playing multiplayer, but I do like to play this game when I see some of my friends streaming it, I'll join and play in their lobby. And it's so much fun, and it's just so wholesome and so silly and creative, and I really like how fun it is. I've really been liking games this year that just do one thing really well, and this game does fishing really well. So this is an awesome game if you enjoy fishing and fishing minigame. The fishing minigame isn't too hard. You just kind of click a couple times to break through this barrier when you're fishing, and it's not that hard. It's really fun. It's really silly, and you can get all these cool, fun, and funny cosmetic items. So if you want a chill game to play, especially with friends, then Webfishing is going to be for you, and it's only $4.99. The next game is called Everholm, and it is absolutely gorgeous in terms of the art style. I love the art style so very much. This game was kindly gifted to me to review, and in Everholm, you play as Lily, who was spirited away to a mysterious island. She shows up and everybody remembers her, but she doesn't really remember them, and she's on a quest to find her missing sister. This is a farming sim with mystery elements, but it also promises open-ended gameplay like other farming sims do. And I've only played 3.5 hours of this game, so I do think that I could have given it more time, but I just wasn't feeling it. I also tried this game during a time where I have been in a Fields of Mistria obsession, and so maybe it was just hard for me to get into because of that. But like, just comparing it to that, I'm not sure. I didn't feel like I was doing that, but I also definitely felt like I'd rather be playing Fields of Mistria, and so I don't know if that impacted how I felt about this one. I just felt like Everholm started out a little too slow for me, and you start out one of the first quests just meeting everybody in town, and that's pretty common, that's fine, but then after that, it felt like it was just different quests in my, like, menu that I was doing and picking up different quests and needing to complete those quests, but I didn't feel like as a player there was any purpose or reason for me to do those quests except for, like, you know, expanding the game and seeing what the game has to offer. But I just didn't feel like there was incentive, if it makes sense, for me to do the quests because I wasn't, like, invested in the game at this point. So I feel like they needed to do a little more that got me into wanting to know more, wanting to do more in the game. So I hope that makes sense. But yeah, I'm just trying to say, like, it just wasn't giving me a reason to care about the early on quests in the game. I also didn't love the town feel, and I didn't feel very immersed in the game when talking to the NPCs and stuff, which is something I look for in a farming sim. Even if I don't always, like, prioritize the people in the game, I want it to feel immersive. I want to feel like a life sim. I am a little sad to say I just felt disappointed in this game, but I might give it a try later on if I am in need of a different farming game, but we'll see. We'll see if that happens. It is very cute. Do love the art style, but just wasn't doing enough for me to pull me into the gameplay. And this game is $19.99 on Steam. I personally am not sure I would recommend this one. It's not the first one I'd recommend. But I did only play 3.5 hours, so kind of leaving that open-ended here for you to decide. Luma Island. Oh my gosh. I played the demo of this one, and I did enjoy the demo, but I was kind of like, do I like this game? Do I just like the demo compared to other Steam Next Fest demos? Or do I like the game? So I ended up buying it, and it turns out that I like the game. I'm in love with the game. I really like this. It's such a pleasant surprise of a game, and I felt like I was kind of taking a risk purchasing it. This game is only on Steam right now, and it is $15.99 on sale. Originally it is $19.99, but until December 4th, it will be $15.99. So pick it up right now if you want to. Luma Island is a resource gathering, crafting, exploration, adventure game. And you start the game by picking out a profession. I chose to be a cook, but there are others that you could choose from, like treasure hunter, brewer, archaeologist. and they all vary in difficulty, which you can see like what difficulty level they are and choose based off of that. When you start out the game, it does feel a little bit fetch questy, as there are some quests in the beginning that you need to do until you kind of get a handle of the game on your own and you start to discover, okay, this is what I want to do. This is my own personal goal now. This is a quest that I want to prioritize, and you start to like branch out and figure it on your own and make your own tasks and to-do lists. And I love that in games. I love when I feel like I'm in control and I want to do this, I want to do that, oh, I want to try this. And that's how I feel in this game. I feel like there is so much to do. I'm never, ever thinking, what do I do next? I always am coming up with my own things to prioritize. There are quests to do. If you finish a profession, you can, do another one. You can start a new one. There are different biomes that you'll discover, like forest and mountain and these different regions. There are temples to discover. There's combat, there's fishing, there's farming. There's these cute little lumas. There's farm animals to have, and they help you on your farm. And it's really, really cool, and I just love this game. So this game does have similar mechanics with farming and stuff like that, but it is not Stardew Valley, it is not Fields of Mistria, it is not a life sim game. So if that's what you're looking for, that's not what you're getting. You are getting a heavy crafting, heavy exploration game that has mining, that has that stuff, but it is not life sim. It is not romancing. It is not that kind of thing. It's really a game that's more about progression and discovery and adventure and, mastering your profession. And you can master all of the professions if you choose to do so. I feel like this game also has really good achievements. If you like achievement hunting, you can go for those. I feel like this would be a fun game to try in 100%. And to top it off, you can find these adorable Lumas. And these Lumas are cute little creatures that go alongside you, and they help you find like treasure chests and stuff, but they're really just like these cute little buddies that you can have. There's like a snail on a skateboard. There's a fish with sneakers. There's a really cute little mushroom guy that I have, and those are fun to collect as well. You find a little egg and you incubate it and you see what you hatch, and I just think that's so fun. I find that this game is so easy to put hours into. I'm up to 10 hours already and I have so much to do. I feel like I haven't even scratched the surface yet, and I like that. I love that. I feel like I'm getting my money's worth out of this game. I feel like it's so worth it, and I really like it. If you want a different type of cozy game than a farming game, but it has farming, this is probably maybe a game you would like. This game runs great on my PC and my Steam Deck, and it is not on consoles just yet. I do recommend Luma Island. MySims Cozy Bundle is the next one I'm talking about. I purchased MySims Cozy Bundle for $40 at my local game store, got a hard copy of it, and I felt really, really excited about this game. It's super cutesy, it's exclusive Nintendo Switch game, and you get two games. You get MySims and you get MySims Kingdom. And I tried both of them for a little while so far. I do find myself preferring MySims Kingdom over MySims, and I think it's because MySims is more about like furniture making and it really, really heavy on the decorating, where with MySims Kingdom, there's a little bit more of like a streamlined storyline to it, so I'm liking that one a bit more. I do like the art style of this game. It's very fun. Oh, and also these are remastered games from past consoles, so these aren't new games necessarily, but it is new for Nintendo Switch, and that's why it's like in this bundle. So these games are nostalgic for a lot of people, but they aren't nostalgic for me. There were some things I ran into with this one. The controls were kind of difficult on the MySims game. I think MySims Kingdom had a little bit better controls. I also felt like the game was a bit maybe too simple at times, like almost felt childish to me. I don't often feel like that. If I feel like a game is childish, it's not usually in a bad way. I just kind of felt like I wish they had made a new MySims game that targeted some of us not older, I'm not old, but like, I just felt like it targeted kids, I guess I'm trying to say. And I think a lot of cozy games can be great for kids and adults. I don't think it's bad that it felt childish, but maybe felt a little too simple for me at times. But it's still enjoyable, it's still relaxing. I do recommend these games though. I find that they're easy to just put down and pick up again whenever you want to. I also don't think that this price is bad for 2 games. $40, I don't think it's bad at all. Nintendo Switch. And I'm glad that I had played The Sims 4 earlier this year, because this is basically like a mini Sims game in a way. And yeah, it's definitely really cool and I do recommend it. I just think I was a little surprised by the controls and by how simplistic the game is. The next game is called Bloomtown, A Different Story, and this is an awesome game that a lot of people have compared to Persona. I have never played Persona, so take that as you will. That's just what my chat told me on Twitch and YouTube. And this game was kindly gifted to me for review. Bloomtown is a pixel art narrative JRPG that has turn-based combat, monster taming, and more. You play as Emily alongside her brother and their friends, and they are staying with their grandfather for the summer. This game has major Stranger Things vibes, as there is this whole world living underneath the town that's snatching up the residents, and these kids are trying to save them with their amazing powers that they have. So in order to save the town, you're going to use turn-based combat to defeat monsters. I really like the art style. I really like the fun music. The music even has lyrics as you're fighting the monsters. And the monsters are super creative. There's like a broccoli guy, and I just love him. He's my favorite one. And there's some really, really cool designs. So definitely awesome. You can also tame the monsters and add them to your team, which is also pretty cool. I will say I am not a huge fan of turn-based combat. I played Sea of Stars. This game kind of reminds me of the turn-based combat in Sea of Stars a little bit. But for me, turn-based combat just gets very long and very repetitive. So I don't love that, but I do think this game is solid. It has a beautiful art style. It has a really good story. It's polished. It feels good. So if you like turn-based combat, you probably will really like this one. Narrative-driven game, not life sim. So something different compared to like the farming sims and stuff I play. Playing this game is better for me in smaller bursts because I do get bored of turn-based combat. So if you don't like turn-based combat, then you might not love this game. It just might not be up your alley. If you do love it, it might be right up your alley. And my friend Ramen King just shared his thoughts on Bloomtown in my past video, if you want to check that out. And he loved it and thought it was a very comfy, not so cozy game in a way. So definitely check that video out and see his thoughts on that, and also subscribe to Ramen King on YouTube. He's awesome friend of mine. So yeah, Bloomtown. I do recommend it, but I also feel like if you don't like turn-based combat, then you might not like it. And finally, I just want to say a little bit about the Fields of Mistria update. I wanted to share my thoughts on it because they just got their first major update, and this game was kindly gifted to me during their initial early access release. But anytime I talk about it, I'm just talking about it because I want to. So in November, the game got its first major update. I felt like the game already had so much to do, so getting this update was super exciting. They added like 2 more house upgrades, they added a new festival, they added more quests, they added so many fun features, this big bell that you can ring for all of the animals that go in and out at once, and so much more. They even added mounts, so you can ride any of the large animals. You can ride a strawberry cow around the town. There are more heart events. I absolutely love the update. I think it's so good, so cool. They also did some quality of life things as well, some updates that were much needed there. Yeah, I did get to attend the new Shooting Star Festival with Baylor, and that was super fun. I really enjoyed the new festival. I can't wait to see what they continue to add to the game, and I'm going to keep covering it. I love the game so much. If you have been thinking about picking it up, it is on sale for 20% off during the Steam sale. So definitely pick it up because it's a steal of a price. And it's such a great and such a solid farming sim that I really, really recommend. So if you have access to Steam and you want to play it, I definitely recommend it in early access. I think they're doing a great job with it. So there you have it. I basically recommend every game today. I have been a little more picky with the games that I've been playing, and I feel like it's kind of paying off. I'm just being a little more picky. I'm trying to balance things, trying to really put my time into the games if I can, and it's been worth it for me to do that. And it's so much fun sharing about the games I'm having fun in and having fun with. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and what games have you been playing recently? Let me know, and hopefully I'll see you in my next YouTube video. Bye!